So the first kind is the idea of deep time humility. This is to recognize that humankind, that has only been around for a couple of 100,000 years, is just an eye blink in the cosmic story. In fact, deep time is quite a new idea. It only really emerged in the late 18th century when geologists started discovering the evidence that the Earth was far older than the 6,000 years that the Bible was telling Western culture, but was in fact hundreds of thousands, millions, maybe billions of years old, and that we were just a tiny moment in this long history of the planet and the universe itself. But it can be quite difficult to really grasp that huge temporal scale. And the writer John McPhee, who invented the term deep time, came up with a beautiful metaphor to try and help us grasp its meaning. He said, "Consider the Earth's history as the old measure of the English yard, the distance from the king's nose to the tip of his outstretched hand. One stroke of a nail file on his middle finger erases human history." That's short. We've only been around for that very eye blink. But let's remember too that deep time doesn't just go far into the past, it goes long into the future. In 6 billion years, any creatures that will be around to see our sun die will be as different from us as we are from the first single-celled bacteria. So this is what this humility of deep time is all about, recognizing there's so much time before us, so much time to come. And who are we to break the great chain of life without ecological destruction and dangerous technologies? What kind of arrogance is that? That's what I get out of deep time. And it helps me think to myself, okay, let me try and get in touch with that longer sense of time, that ecological choreography of the planet, the long cycles that we've lost touch with. I'm not saying this is easy, but we can make the effort. You know, I was recently on summer vacation with my children, and we went to a beach on the south coast of England, and in our hands, we held belemnites, a fossil squid-like creature that was 195 million years old. No human being had ever set its eyes on this fossil that we'd hunted hours to find. But that gave us a sense of the wonder of deep time. Or you can go and visit your local ancient tree, probably within some miles or a short bicycle ride from where you live. There might be a tree that's over 1,000 years old. Maybe it's a Californian bristlecone pine, which is 4,000 years old. Not far from me, there's a yew tree, which is maybe 1,200 years old. And you can sit underneath it and follow the advice of the Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh, who said, "Don't just do something, sit there." In other words, don't take a selfie of yourself, but try and absorb that sense of deep time.